Each law of motion Newton developed has significant mathematical and physical interpretations that are needed to understand motion in our universe. The application of these laws of motion are truly limitless. Essentially, Newton's law defined the means by which motion changes, specifically the way in which those changes in motion are related to the force.
Newton's first law.
Newton's first law, also known as the inertial law, tells us that if one of a body does not act one other, this will remain indefinitely moving in a straight line with constant speed. An example is when a car is racing, a force is applied so that it can be in motion, or also when a force is applied so that the car stops.
Second law of motion.
The acceleration a body takes is proportional to the force used to move it, and inversely proportional to its mass. Newton's second law, also known as the fundamental law of dynamics, is what determines a proportional relationship between force and variation in amount of movement or linear momentum of a body. In other words, the force is directly proportional to the mass and acceleration of a body. Newton's second law is responsible for quantifying the concept of force. It tells us that the net force applied to the body is proportional to the acceleration that body acquires. The constant of proportionality is the body mass. This law explains what happens if a net force acts on a moving body. The force will modify the state of motion, changing the speed or direction.
Third law of motion.
A force is a push or a pull that acts upon an object as a result of interaction with another object. These two forces are called action and reaction force, and are the subject of Newton's third law of motion. Formally stated, Newton's third law is: for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction.
In conclusion, I can say that Newton's laws are something important to study and know in a better way, since they have an effect on us and what we do throughout the day and know how they work, and we are under the effect of this. A biography of Isaac Newton. The son of a farmer who died 3 months before he was born, Newton spent most of his early years with his maternal grandmother after his mother remarried. His education was interrupted by a failed attempt to turn him into a farmer, and he attended the King's School in Grantham before enrolling at the University of Cambridge, Trinity College. Newton studied a classical curriculum at Cambridge, but he became fascinated by the work of modern philosophers such as René Descartes